All right, welcome back. Today we're tackling a question I get asked all the time in cloud security: AWS Security Hub or Microsoft Sentinel. Now, on the surface, this seems like a simple choice, but trust me, there's a lot more going on under the hood. Let's dive in.
So when you put these two names together, it's really easy to picture this epic showdown, right? Two tech giants, two massive security tools going head to head. It feels like you've got to pick a side. But what if that's not the right way to look at this at all?
Because here's the twist, and this really changes everything. When you frame this as a direct competition, you're actually missing the whole point. See, this isn't about which one is better. It's about understanding what each one was fundamentally built to do.
So to do that, we need to get to the bottom of their core identities, They were designed to solve two very different problems. And once you really get that distinction, the whole versus debate just kind of falls apart.
The entire story, and I mean pretty much all of it, boils down to these two little sets of acronyms. You've got CSPM on one side, and you've got SIEM/SOAR on the other. They represent two totally different philosophies for cybersecurity. So, what on earth do they mean?
So first up, let's talk CSPM. That's Cloud Security Posture Management. The easiest way to think about this is like health and safety inspector for your cloud. Its whole job is to constantly scan your setup, check all your configurations against best practices, and raise a flag wherever you might be exposed. It is all about prevention, about making sure your foundation is rock solid.
And then you've got SIEM and SOAR. A SIEM tool, or Security Information and Event Management, is like a central intelligence hub. Its job is to collect logs and data from, well, everywhere, to hunt for active threats. And then SOAR, that's Security Orchestration, Automation, and Response, that's the action part. It helps you react to those threats fast, and a lot of times automatically.
Okay, so with those definitions in our back pocket, let's zoom in on AWS Security Hub. The absolute best way to think about Security Hub is as the captain of your AWS ship. Its number one mission is to secure that ship, and that ship only, your AWS infrastructure.
So, what does it actually do? Well, its main gig is to be a master aggregator. It pulls in all the findings from other awesome AWS tools, like Amazon GuardDuty, which spots threats, and Amazon Inspector, which scans for vulnerabilities. It then takes all that data, organizes it, prioritizes it, and gives you one single dashboard to manage your security posture and your compliance, but specifically inside the world of AWS. And this quote from a PeerSpot review just nails it perfectly. Its greatest strength is also its most important boundary. Security Hub is deeply, expertly focused on the AWS ecosystem. If your entire world lives on AWS, it is an unbelievably powerful native CSPM. But it was never built to look beyond its own borders. Okay, so now let's flip the coin and talk about Microsoft Sentinel. If Security Hub is the captain of a single ship, Sentinel is the command center for the entire fleet, watching every ocean at once. Its scope is, by design, much, much bigger. You see, as a SIEM and a SOAR, Sentinel's mission is totally different. It's built to pull in data from everywhere, not just Azure, but AWS, Google Cloud, your own physical servers back in the office, all of it. It then unleashes AI to hunt for attackers in that massive ocean of data. And it gives you the automated tools to fight back. In other words, it's looking for the bad guys, not just the unlocked doors. This data from PeerSpot on what people are thinking about in the SOAR category is super revealing. Look, AWS Security Hub has some response tools, for sure, but Microsoft Sentinel has nearly double the mind share. And that really hammers home its primary identity. It's a heavyweight in the SIEM and SOAR market, a place where it's built to play on an enterprise-wide field.
Seeing how they stack up in the market really makes their roles clear, doesn't it? So now, let's put them side by side to make the differences totally crystal clear. And remember, this is not about good versus bad. It's about having purpose-built tools for very different jobs.
This table really just sums it all up. Security Hub, it's a CSPM, a hub for findings, living in the AWS native world, and it's all about posture and compliance. Sentinel, it's a SIEM and SOAR for your whole enterprise, and its job is threat detection and response. So here's the bottom line. You use Security Hub to secure your AWS foundation, and you use Sentinel to defend your entire organization.
But what if the story doesn't end there? What if them being so different is exactly what makes them perfect partners? Because for anybody who's running a multi-cloud setup, this is where things get really, really interesting.
This is the crucial point, right here. You don't have to choose one or the other. You can use both, together.
In this setup, you let AWS Security Hub do what it does best, give you that deep, expert analysis of your AWS security posture. And then you just pipe all of its findings straight into Microsoft Sentinel.
What this does is it gives your main command center, Sentinel, even more intelligence. It's now getting these super detailed reports from its captain on the AWS ship, and it can connect those dots with threats it's seen from all your other sources. The result? A way more complete, way more powerful view of your security.
So after all that, what's the big lesson here? We started out with what looked like a showdown, a classic versus battle. But we've ended up in a place that's way more collaborative and, frankly, way more strategic.
The key to modern cloud security isn't finding one single silver bullet tool that does everything. It's about understanding the unique strengths of these specialized platforms and then using them together intelligently. You use a CSPM to manage your posture, and you use a SIEM to hunt for threats. They're two sides of the exact same security coin.
And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. As our digital worlds get more and more complex, spread across multiple clouds and on-prem systems, is the future of security going to be a single, all-powerful platform? Or does true security mastery actually lie in the art of intelligently integrating the best-in-class tool for each specific job? Let me know what you think.